All of our expectations are calibrated in one way or another against that codified narrative of art history. And then I'm also interested in how you reference culture and history in pictures. For Rubens to be painting those fleshy, naked women the way he was painting them, that's not problematic, because that's what he was interested in, that's what the culture was interested in, that's what they were supposed to do. Now, if I'm painting fleshy, blonde women, and that's my ideal too, then that's a problem, and it's my problem. One of the things that makes the figure stand out is that there's never any black paint mixed in any other color in any other part of the painting. It's all pure color. And that the black becomes a color too. If you look at the historical narrative of art, I mean, we do have to contend with this idea of the quote unquote old masters. And that I had to recognize that in that pantheon of old masters, there are no black old masters. What I was always intrigued by was what it was they knew that allowed them to make those kinds of pictures. The discrepancy between what I could do and what those pictures seemed to represent was vast. And so I wanted to figure out how to close that gap between what I was doing and what they had done. I went to art school. You know, like a lot of people go to art school. And once you go to art school, then you've signed up to be a part of this sort of systematized and codified idea of what it means to be making art. All of our expectations are calibrated in one way or another against that codified narrative of art history. So that's the system, the structure, basically. And so those painter portraits, and the one that the MCA has, is the portrait of a painter who's painting a portrait of herself. And that image on the easel is the painting that the spectator is looking at. So it's a doubling. The reason why the painting behind the figure is a paint by number painting is because paint by number paintings are a system. It's a system that allows anybody who wants to try to make a painting to be able to make a painting that's like one that they already appreciate. But you can see there's a kind of arbitrariness to the way the paint is being applied to the paint by number painting, which means that the subject in the picture is taking liberties with the way in which the system determines the way you represent this already outlined and defined image, even of oneself. The idea of representation is really interesting to me. I make a lot of work that's about that idea. And so if we go back to why this idea of mastery is important, it's precisely because if you want to get in the game, you got to play it at the level that the people who are playing it at the highest level are playing it at. And the only way you can do that, really, is to know what they know, be able to do what they do, and then figure out how to put all of those things together and synthesize them in such a way that you can project your ideal into the world so that it has an equal chance of assuming the preferred position as any of the other things that were already out there. That's how you do it.